Hey guys, Megan Lynn here, Spiritual Empress. What's up? I hope everybody's happy, healthy. I just wanted to do a funny video because we have been roasting each other all morning on the boards in our astro chat, and I wanted to make a video about why I hate other air signs. Now, okay, I don't really hate any sign, okay? I really appreciate all the energies that the different signs bring to the table. However, I'm going to share my negative side of why, if you're a Gemini, an Aquarius, a Libra, why I may not like you and why I kind of actually shy away from a lot of those signs, okay? And especially for dating, why I may not date you. Because they always say, you know, the common element signs, you know, they pair the best together. And I find, being an Aquarius myself, I find that I am really not attracted to other air sign men. Like, I'm really not, even though there's so many, like, there is positive things about everybody, but just as like friends I could do lightly with the air signs, but like I really, they're not my favorite people, okay? So, and again, y'all can come at me, okay? I'm sure I'll get some heat for this, but I'm just gonna say some of this stuff. So if you guys would like a personal reading, my email is wmegan939@gmail.com for a personal card reading. I do all types of readings, but this is just like a funny, and I guess I'll just get into it because Gemini was just like razzing me today, and I was laughing so hard, and just had a fun conversation, all of us talking trash about each other. So I'm just gonna talk a little trash. So I'll start with Libra, because Libra is like an easy one for me. Again, I grew up surrounded, like, all my best friends growing up were Aquariuses, Gemini, Libras. That was all like my girlfriends growing up. So I have a lot of friends that are air signs. Libra's very freaking easy, okay? And I'm gonna sound like a bichacha. I'm really not being one. I've just actually been hurt the most by Libras, okay? And I had more Aquarius friends, so that didn't even make sense. Libras, to me, can be beautiful just like people, okay? And they can be freaking hilarious. Like, Libra and Aquarius together, like, a lot of my best friends growing up, like my closest connections were Libra females, and we could almost like had like a psychic connection to where we could just like not talk and be laughing our asses off, okay? So that's a good part about Libra. You know, they can be very giving and stuff like that. However, all the Libras that I was surrounded with, that I got really close to, all fucked me over. Like, every single one. Now, if I find out you're a Libra, I'll kind of like move away. And the thing with Libras is they can be seemingly very friendly and very loyal to people and stuff, but they like switch their mind because they're so indecisive all the time, and I can't handle it. I can't handle when they're just, they have these like mood swings, okay? You could be talking to a Libra. I've had this happen to me like a zillion times, and all of a sudden you'll be having a good conversation, and then they'll just like snap. Well, why would you say that? And they get like really hostile, and you're like, what the, where did this even come from, Libra? Like, I don't understand the mood switch. And then you always have to like bring them down, which I kind of hate that about myself, because if I think I've upset somebody, I'm real quick to fix it. But like with Libra, it's also uncalled for, to where I feel like most of the time I should have been like, bitch, where'd the attitude come from, okay? Like, we were just talking, having a good time, razzing each other, and then, well, why would you use that word? And they just all of a sudden flip. So I really don't like that about Libras. Also, in their indecision, okay, what they'll do is they can be super indecisive, which doesn't make sense because they're the scales, they're supposed to be balanced. They're super wishy-washy and indecisive, to a point where they'll like change their mind, they'll make a decision, and then they'll change their mind, and then they'll do like really fucked up things sometimes to people, but they can justify it to themselves. Like, it's almost like a Pisces. Like, a Pisces will basically tell themselves the lie until they believe the lie. Like, yeah, I know I cheated on my boyfriend, but it was because this, that, or the other. So really, it's not that bad. It's like, no, you're having shitty behavior right now. So I don't like that about Libras. Also, Libras can also, like, the girls, it always seems like they always have like a facade. Like, they always have to carry a facade or appear a certain way or look the best, you know, in the group of friends or whatever, because they get very jealous of people who get more attention than they do. And and I know, because I grew up with, my freaking sister's a Libra. Like, I grew up with all this, okay? Like, they get very jealous if somebody gets more attention than they do. So you actually notice like a lot of Libras are really good dressers, okay? And they do play up like kind of like a Gemini. They do play up like sensuality and style more, which I was always jealous of, but I just never had the heart to be like a fashionista. So, but they are very, very, very selfish, okay? A Libra will, their first and foremost, what they're concerned with is not the other, it's going to be them and them getting ahead first. So what they'll do is they can be manipulative to get things that they want, and then be very selfish about their decision and fucking you over, okay? And they will fuck you over. Like, I had so many that just, I gave multiple chances. Now I don't do that. Like, the older you get, you just don't do that anymore. But I would give them multiple chances, and then they'd show me time and time again, like, that they're just, like, not a solid, stable person to be around. So that's my thought on Libras. I'm pretty sure there's more. I know they do also big into gossip. I don't know. I know most of the air signs, like they say Gemini is super gossipy, but a Gemini will say shit to your face, whereas a Libra, it to me does stuff underhandedly to make you look like a bad person and them to look like the better person. So I know growing up, like my sister was a Libra, I was like the good kid and she was like the bad kid, and they all liked the bad kid better. So she would like, she would get very hostile, like, and if she was in a bad mood and stuff, she'd get like physically violent and stuff like that. But she's still in her head, I just don't talk bad about people. Like, I know I'm doing it right now, so it's a little contradictory, but like, I don't talk bad about people, and I don't gossip, and I don't try to like blow somebody's candle out to make myself feel better or look better. It's just, everything is what it is. A Libra will 100% slander you. So if you think Gemini is a gossip queen, a Libra will do it underhandedly, whereas if Gemini has a problem with you, they're coming to your face with the problem, okay? So anyway, I think that that's it for Libra. I'll kind of leave Libra alone. Again, these are all for funny, okay? But I just have a lot of experience with like negative sides of people, and if I find out you're a Libra, the guys, honestly, the guy, one of my oldest guy friends is actually a Libra, and we've been friends for forever. But he has that bitchy side too, except he's very like chill about it. Like, our arguments are really not arguments. They're like, you know, you're really pissing me off right now. Yeah, you're really pissing me off. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. Okay, bye. And then like the argument's over. But he's probably my oldest friend. I do think Libra men can be really beautiful, but they're also moody. Like, I don't think I could date one. They also have a specific, like, it's the same as the girls. Actually, they're very similar to the girls. Libras are more like feminine air sign, and I'm not really into like dating like feminine men, I guess, just because I'm so masculine. I need somebody with like a strong like masculine energy. So yeah, I just, mostly with the girls though, I just try to stay away from them. I know a couple that are really nice still, but I don't really spend a lot of time with them like that. But yeah, I won't fuck with the Libra, just because I've had so many bad experiences with them just slandering, trying to make me look bad. I had no idea why. It was just all of a sudden, like, and a lot of people said that they're just jealous people, and I just never understood jealousy. So yeah, so that's Libra for you guys. Drop it in the comments, give me the heat, I don't care. Like, talk shit about Aquarius if you want to, but that's my thoughts on Libras and why I stay away from them. I'll do Aquarius last. Next one I'm going to do is Gemini. These are my experiences with Gemini. Now the thing is that annoys the crap out of me about Geminis is they're funny as hell. Like, they're so quick, and their burns are like epic, and I love that about Geminis. Like, they're so freaking quick and funny and like witty, and their minds are always going. They love to learn. They are ADD though. They're very ADD in the way that they start things and then they never finish them. Like, I had one that I knew that I worked with, and I didn't really hang around her that much because she was one of those people that would flip. Like, that Jekyll and Hyde stuff is real, and to me it's actually very scary, because it's not just like, oh, now you're in a bad mood. Like, their bad moods are epic. Like, you're a totally different freaking person, and it has existed for every single one that I've ever known, ever met, and they all of a sudden flip, and it's like it's like, how are you one person and then you literally are your own evil twin? Like, you have your own evil twin that you just turn into. I'm friends with the nice one. Now you're evil, and then I just never know what I'm gonna get. I have CPTSD. I can't be around that. I can't be around, like, what mood are you going to be in today? But other than the obvious about Geminis, I don't like that. So you'll find, like, a lot of Geminis are very attractive. And this is just a me thing, okay? I don't like when people are, like, manipulative. Like, if you're a pretty person, you're a pretty person. If you like to do yourself up and look good, that's fine. But when they say that they're cheaters and they're hoes, it's true. They really, when they dress, it's dressed to dress up sensuality and sexuality, okay? And I'm just not that type of person. But I have been around a lot of Gemini females, especially, that have cheated on their husbands, have, like, been taking phone numbers from guys in front of me when I know their husbands, like, and they're just, you know, whatever. If they go out, they can go too hard. Like, they can drink too much to where you become a babysitter. I can't stand that. There was one, she was in our friend group too, and it was so frustrating because she'd be, like, wasted. We'd be, like, carrying her home. Like, no, you're a hot mess, Gemini, okay? I just can't. The guys growing up, obsessed with me. These boys, like, I'm talking from grade school, because I went to the same school district for, like, my whole life. From grade school up until when I was in my 20s, didn't even know they existed anymore. And then they'd randomly find me. Again, the whole cheater thing about, like, Geminis, I had one find me the night before he was getting married. He messaged me on Facebook. Like, he found me on Facebook the night before his wedding, reaching out to me and saying how he just felt like he never had a chance and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what is going on right now? Like, bro, you're getting married. Like, whatever. We did not talk before this. Another one, same thing. He was obsessed with me. Like, I had so many just obsessed with me for, like, ever and ever and ever. I had them run into, like, my old friends from, like, high school and stuff when I'm in my 20s. I don't even talk to the high school people really anymore. And they're like, oh, well, you know, tell Megan I said hi. And one's like, and I'm a model now, so, like, I give a shit if you're a model. Like, so very, very stalker vibes. The Jekyll and Hyde thing is real, though, and that's why I won't do it. I've had many girls Jekyll and Hyde on me too, like, try to physically fight me because something snapped in them for no reason. Like, I wouldn't even be talking to them, or we'd all be, like, in the group just having a good time or whatever, and everybody's happy. And then all of a sudden I had one, like, try to lunge at me across from, like, my desk, and I was like, what the just happened? Like, I was so confused. So the whole Jekyll Hyde thing is real, and I just can't be around it, quite frankly. The guys, same thing. I started talking to one that we had actually been really good friends, and I had met up with him because we had a group of friends that went to, like, a bar, and me and him started talking, and it had been years and years to where he was almost like, you know, childhood family kind of. But he, you know, we started talking, and he's like, well, hey, I'd like to take you out. And I was like, hey, I'm, like, single now, sure. So he took me out. We had a great night. We had a great time. The only thing is my friend's ex-boyfriend came over to me, Pisces, and he was flirting with me, and that got Gemini really mad. And I should have known that. Like, I wasn't really paying attention, but the jealousy and the possessiveness is so real with those men. Like, they are psychos. They're very possessive, can be very controlling, all that. And I noticed that it was making him jealous, but I'm like, hey, I'm, like, here with you, so, like, whatever. It was like a non-date date, I don't know. So we went out, like, one more time, and then after that I got a drunken phone call from him. Like I said, they like their liquor, guys. They like their liquor, okay? I got a drunken phone call from him, and he's just, like, yelling at me for no reason. He just called me drunk, angry. The second day he called me and he apologized. So I said, okay. I said, I'll give you one. And I was like, but do not call me and disrespect me. Like, that's not going to be a thing. So he said, okay. Very same night that he apologized to me, calls me again wasted, crying about how he feels like he never got his chance and blah, blah, blah. And then got mad at me for Lord knows what. He was drunk. I have no idea. So, Gemini, I will stay away from you. I don't know if I see you, like, I'll keep you, like, at arm's length, okay? If you want to, like, message me in the comments and talk shit to me in the comments and be funny as fuck, because you guys are, then that's fine. But, like, I don't spend extensive amount of time with Geminis, okay? I kind of find out you are one, and then I'm like, okay, you know, kind of like side swipe over here. No, thank you. Okay, so that's just Gemini. I'll just leave it at that. Y'all are a hot mess. Really, really funny though. Okay, so last one I'll talk about is Aquarius. As an Aquarius, why I don't like Aquariuses. And I grew up with so many Aquariuses. Many tried to date me, Aquarius. As an Aquarius, I can say my best, bubbliest, kindest people were my Aquarius girlfriends for the most part. And they just truly were. Like, I had so many Aquarius girlfriends. The difference, though, like, the guys are definitely, like, different from the girls. I haven't really met, like, you'll get an introverted Aquarius or whatever, and I know I'm kind of an ambivert, but I'm more, like, extroverted. With the girls, I honestly didn't have a problem hanging. Like, I like Aquarius girls a lot. We really hit it off, and I know I'm supposed to roast them. But they can be very inconsiderate in the way that... Oh, my air kicked on. Why? I knew that would happen. So they can be very inconsiderate in the way that they come off as really flaky, but it's because they're, like, ADD. And it's really freaking annoying. Like, it's annoying when you make plans, and, like, we got to a point with, like, some of my aqua friends to where we had to lie about the times they had to be places. Like, it had to be, like, an hour before they were actually supposed to be there, because that's how flaky they were. Another one, one of my best friends, and I stopped being friends with her, but we're still kind of friends. My best friend was she was a February Aquarius, so her birthday was like a couple days after mine, I think. And there's a weird thing about February Aquariuses, like, they're very sweet and bubbly and stuff, but then, like, I think it's because they're so close to Pisces, and I know this isn't about Pisces, but, like, some of them just like to lie. Like, I don't understand why. Everybody bitches about Aquarius being big ass liars, and you guys obviously know more than I have experience to that, but, like, just lie over dumb shit. Like, it was weird because, like, she would lie about, like, oh yeah, no, I went to, like, this cool party or whatever, and I was like, bitch, I talked to your mom on the phone last night, you were in your bedroom. Like, and she's like, no, she's right here, what are you talking about? And I said, oh, she said she's, like, going to some party. She's like, no, she's literally sitting right here. I'd be like, oh. Or just real dumb stuff. And I think that at the end of the day, like, an Aquarius or an evolved Aquarius does have low self-esteem. So it's like she would do these lies to, like, make herself seem cooler. Like, when we were all, like, really young or whatever, she, like, lied about losing her virginity, and I was like, who cares? Like, what, you know? And we're, like, young at this point, but it was to make herself look, like, cool because she had low self-esteem. So other than that, though, like, the whole lying thing, I don't really get. Now, the guys, nope. It's not that I can't get along with them. It's just Aquarius guys are just, okay, y'all are just weird. You're weird, and it depends, okay? If you're a January Aquarius versus a February Aquarius, they're completely different, okay? So, like, a January Aquarius man is, like, a lot more introverted and stoic and serious, but those are going to be, like, your liars, okay? They're the January ones. Those are the ones that I've experienced. I dated one really briefly, and he was, like, a huge liar, apparently, and my Aquarius friend was the one who freaking hooked me up with him, and she goes, oh, yeah, no, he's, like, a big liar, and I was like, why would you hook me up with this dude? Like, so I ended up breaking up with him, but they are, and they're very, like, I don't want to say boring. They're homebodies. It's the introvert. Like, they're just, like, boring people. Like, they'll have the same, they say that about Aquariuses being boring sometimes. Like, those are the ones that it's just, like, they will do the same thing every day. Like, it's almost like a Taurus or something, and they have their routine that they do every day, and they wake up and they have the same breakfast, like, every day. And they're, with Aquariuses, and they say that we're loners and stuff like that, that makes them seem boring, even more boring, because they just want to be at home doing their thing with their dog all day and whatever. February Aquarius men, hell no. I've met so many, even ones that are born the same day as me, I would always get all excited. Now, the girls are the only ones that are cool. The guy ones are freaking weird, and it's, like, weird not in a cute way, okay? Like, they're just super chatty, and me being, like, an extrovert, was in sales, whatever, they're super chatty, and it's to the point where, like, they'll run over you in a conversation, and it's like they don't even notice, like, they don't read the room. They just keep and it gets to the point where like your eyes are glazing over and you're like, what? Like I had one that was February 5th. It was my friend's little brother, and he had a crush on me for like forever. But I can't with February Aquarius men. Y'all are too chatty. You have no like social prowess. It's just like, it's a freaking chatterbox. And I told him like one time, I was like, we were sitting there and I was like, well, yo, I was like, do you ever just like shut the fuck up? And he's like, what? I was like, you run over people in a conversation, and I don't know if it's because Aquarius is insecure or what, and they want to feel heard so bad or whatever, but then just very know-it-all-y. Aquarius can be very know-it-all-y and condescending. I don't want to deal with it. I know I come off that way all the time. I have to be very aware of it. But most of them, especially like the men, aren't aware of how condescending they are. Like January and Aquarius, they're very, it's know-it-all-y, except this one's chattier and just like freaking cringy, and then this one's just know-it-all-y in a very like stoic, matter-of-fact way. So about Aquarius' other bad experiences I've had with them, some can actually be really moody too. Like all of a sudden, like, okay, the January Aquariuses are more like this. The February Aquariuses, I feel like have the bigger hearts. Like they'll give you the shirt off their back. But this is why when people are like, we don't understand Aquarius or Aquarius men, is because you have those 3 different deacons in there, but like the January Aquariuses will flip too, and I have no idea where that comes from. I've had good friends like that are January Aquariuses that are men for like years, and it was like I knew at any point if I needed something I could call on them, and they would like be there, you know, and they would just be there for you or whatever. And they always were very, like, Aquarius men were always very kind to me. But if you get too involved with them, or like you spend more time with them, they're very protective of their space in a weird way. Like I can understand not wanting to be around somebody all the time, but they're just like weird about it. And they'll also just flip on you too for no reason. Like I had a Aquarius do that to me. I had known him for like, we were really good friends. Like he used to be my boss and everything. And then, you know, we used to have a lot of fun together and joke about even dating at some point. But this is why. He just a couple times, and years would go by and we'd stay in contact, and he would just like call me and we'd be talking on the phone, and then all of a sudden he'd almost pull like a Libra and he'd get mad at me all of a sudden. I'd be like, whoa. Like Aquarius is different. When they snap, they don't give you a second chance or a second even to just like fix it or elaborate as to why you said what you said or whatever. They literally will just like say they flip and they're like, well, why would you say that? And then they just cut you off and like don't talk to you like ever again. And there's no like, whoa, hang on a second. It's so freaking annoying. There's no hang on, no, I didn't mean it that way. Or there's nothing like that. You just get immediately yelled at and then like ghosted or like whatever. So I can understand when people say like Aquariuses are crazy or they're ghosters or whatever, because I've dealt with a lot of them. I would never, one, I don't like the dichotomy of the air signs, like 2 air signs living together. I don't think I could do it, but that could be my Virgo and Pisces. I don't know, but I don't like the dichotomy of just the air signs at all. I've never dated one seriously. I have tried with like a couple Libras and stuff like that. They showed me right away that I'm moody and I was out. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Please leave some heat below. You can talk shit about Aquarius or about me or about whoever, but I love reading the comments. Anything you want to hear about, drop it in the box below. Also, again, readings, WMegan939@gmail.com. Thanks so much, guys. Please let me know what you want to hear about, and we'll talk soon. Love you. Bye.